joined by Roger Platt, Senior Vice President of the United States Green Building Council. Can you tell us a little bit about what LEED certification is?
It's a standard for identifying in an objective way what constitutes a green building. And it's also a way to measure in, again, some objective format whether your building is performing on a range of metrics as a green building.
And what kind of aspects of a property do you take into account when you're, analyzing buildings?
One is the siting of the building. Other factors that we take into account are the energy use of the building, water conservation at the building, and then also what kind of burden it places on natural resources in terms of what kind of wood does it use, what kind of materials are included in the building, are they recyclable materials. And then finally, we also look at the indoor environment in the building. So is it a healthy place to either work or go to school or live?
And is LEED certification only available for new projects, or is it possible to go back and rehab an old project?
Initially, it was very oriented toward new construction. And that's the opportunity, obviously, where people have more of a chance to think through in a holistic way what they want to achieve with their building's performance. But with time, it became clear that existing buildings are a huge opportunity also for a certain amount of retrofitting, not just to achieve energy efficiency, albeit that may be the most important factor for reducing carbon emissions from a climate change standpoint, but also to address some of the other factors that you and I discussed. If energy efficiency is kind of the sweet spot for climate change reduction, buildings are the sweet spot for energy efficiency, and existing buildings are the sweet spot for buildings. So that's the area where you're going to have the largest sort of square footage implications and the largest amount of actual reduction of energy use.
And would you say then that LEED certification and the green building movement is creating value for shareholders?
There's actual value that's produced just through improved return on investment and internal rates of return, where they're actually, in particular with this energy efficiency, really reducing one of the most manageable and significantly manageable costs in a building, which is energy use. But I also think that it has a real impact on the brand of these real estate companies. Obviously, real estate can be a somewhat vanilla product in that I could be the developer of one building, you could be the developer of the other. We might even use the same architect. They might look similar. But if one of our buildings is distinguished for its environmental performance, that tends to be a significant branding opportunity.